Hey y'all, Letitia Jackson here. We are live with Miss Jennifer Lawrence. I want to say welcome to Healthy Talks, where we believe in being happy, healthy, and insurance through conversation. And we are here on this Ultimate Agent Tour.
Yes.
And so we are now in Chicago,
Illinois.
And so we figured let's go ahead and get our podcast going before we get started for tonight. If you are in the Chicago area, what is Ultimate Agent? Ultimate Agent is that we are looking for an agent in the insurance industry who wants to learn and grow and become a better insurance agent. On top of that, we're picking 5 people in the area, and then you pick the last selected one to be picked to join us in January for the actual
season 2
of the Ultimate Agent, held by Cody Askin. It has been a great treat. It has been exciting to see people coming out and joining us. And so, like I said, if you're in this area, come out and join us as well. But needs to say, I have a special person with me today. That is Jennifer Lawrence. And Jennifer, she is such a jewel. I'll tell you. We've been friends for quite some time now, and we also started not in insurance business together, but we was kind of started around the same time. And so we both kind of share some of the same story.
Yes, we do. Yes,
we share some of the same story. And so I wanted Jennifer to come on here since she's here with me. Why not? And just learning more about Jennifer Lawrence and just knowing about her and what she do, and maybe she can give us some tips on how you too can be successful in this industry.
Well, thank you, Tisha. Tisha's my good friend. I love her. I'm so proud of her success. I'm proud of what God is doing in your life.
Thank you, Jen.
I have nothing but great gratitude for you and our friendship. We're more than just, 2 business owners in this industry of insurance. We are sister business owners. We're sister friends in this industry. And that does make a difference when you have someone who's like your sister, your friend in it. There is none of this cat fighting and stuff going on in the background. I mean, we're here sharing ideas. We're here encouraging each other. If there is something you're dealing with, maybe, I've already dealt with it and vice versa. So we're here to give us each other's pointers, lift each other up. And that is what, Letitia, I really want to promote. I want to promote sisterhood in the world of business.
I love it.
That's what I want to promote.
I'm here for it.
And I'm an encourager by nature. I love to encourage people. I love to watch others grow. I love to watch others walk into their destiny of what God has for them and their purpose. And like I was sharing with Cody earlier, when you begin to walk in your destiny, then you flourish, and the people around you flourish, because now you are an attraction. You are actually what I want to call contagious, but in a good way.
In a good way.
And so I'm here to share this platform with you today. I'm so excited you asked me, but yet I'm nervous.
Oh my God, Jennifer. So I don't understand, because you are a talker by heart. You actually have your own talk show on the Christian radio station.
Yes,
what's the station?
94.7, and the name of my show is Spread the Word, and the word is LOVE, love.
So again, she's a pro, y'all, when it comes to this. But Jennifer,
you're so kind.
Thank you. So, I'm gonna ask you a question. Can you tell people more about you? Just more about you. I'm not sure how far you want to go back, but maybe just how you got started in the business.
Okay.
Your past, from where you worked until you got into business until where you are now.
Well, first of all, I was working for this great organization, NPC International. That's just another fancy word for Pizza Hut. Okay. So I was at Pizza Hut. I was a general manager there for several years. And through tragedy for me, my sister was the last one to go home to be with the Lord out of my family. So I'm the only one left, as you already well know, out of my family, my immediate family. I'm like, Lord, what is it that you have for me? Because I didn't feel, and still don't feel, quite happy about that. But at the end of the day, beginning of the morning, I like to say God always has a plan.
Right.
So from there, I was in the restaurant business. I had my own business in the restaurant, and I went to Subway actually in Calhoun City with the mindset of I wanted to start a franchise. So I wanted to do this. And so when I got there, I was in there working. This guy come in and asked me about insurance. I thought, okay, who's buying insurance? You know,
Right.
I'm young. I'm thinking about the white-haired man. That's who I bought my insurance from, you know.
Exactly.
Somebody with a briefcase and kind of old. And I thought, well, who's going to be doing
But
that?
that's how it was back then.
That's it. They come to your house, pick up your
Exactly.
money. And so then I had a dream, and I'm, you know, God uses me in dreams. That's how I have to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a dream about my cousins. So I called them and see how everybody was doing. And one of my cousins like, Jennifer, why don't you do insurance? I thought, okay, Lord. And needless to say, I went out and I got my insurance license.
Good deal.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All right. So how long have you been doing insurance?
This year will be 13 years.
Wow, 13 years in the
13.
industry. And so when you got in the industry, what was your expectations, and how was it hard to transition over? Tell me your experience with
Yes, my expectations was, you know, we want to make income for our families. I'm
Right.
a single mom.
Right.
I wanted to be able to take care of my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But I also wanted the freedom. You know, I wanted to, my thing was, you know, I was in women ministry. I wanted to be able to go pray for somebody if they needed it, go to the hospital and visit someone if, you know, I needed to be there. That was my thing about it. Insurance, I like to tell people this. When I got in, I saw the glitz and the glam. All this is going to make this money.
Exactly.
And you and another agent, you were called I can't remember the name they had for you, but anyway,
Lightning.
Yes, lightning and yes,
Thunder and lightning.
Yes, thunder and lightning. They're really kicking it, really doing it. But it was some back office stuff I didn't know about. And but to shorten it up, you know, I wanted to come in and learn to help my family. And what I got past the glitz and the glam of it, I realized, you know what, insurance is easy. But it's also hard.
Right.
And it's going to be, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. My business partner likes to put it this way. Insurance will, if you're out there and you're grinding hard and you're doing all that you can to take care of the customers first, the money will come. Okay? It's not about the money.
Right.
It's about helping the little Miss Mary. I like to call her, you know, the Mr. Johnny. You know,
Right, exactly.
And if your name is Mary and Johnny, I'm not talking about you. That's just the
Sorry,
name.
God.
Those are just the names I use.
Yes.
But it's about helping them. So I'm in it to help. And once I got past those certain things of it, I realized insurance is really a good way. I always say it's a driving vehicle. So
Right.
to get me where I know God wants me to be.
Right. So when you got in the insurance industry, did you think you would continue to grow in it, or?
Well, that's a good question, Tish. I thought after I got in it, because let me just tell you the rest of the story, okay? When I got in it first, I was scared. Like, oh my God, what have I done?
I think we all get scared because we like, you work on commissions only.
Yes.
That's scary.
And I
when you
have a
used to
daughter.
check.
And
Exactly.
What's going to happen here?
Exactly.
So I didn't, quit at first my job, and but I kept, writing a little bit, and finally I had this moment of, like Oprah calls the aha moment. I woke up one morning, my moment is I had the moment. That's the way mine was like, And so, but when I got in it and I kept being persistent, I would tell any agent, be persistent and consistent.
Right.
And if it's not insurance, whatever you do.
Right.
And so once I started doing that, Tish, and I started seeing the results, and then from there, God started opening these doors. I'm like, so you want me to have an office? I'm like, okay, Lord. I was scared about that too.
Right.
I'm like, Lord, now I'm like Gideon. Now, I'm a Gideon woman here. Now, Lord, if you want me to do this, I need it to be this way when I get there. And that's literally what I did. And he just opened up those doors.
So I'm asking you a question. You said you was working, then you eventually quit.
I did.
So what made you finally quit your job? So a person who's saying, I want to do something different. I have a career or I have a job, and I want to learn how to do a different trade or learn to step in a different career. What was your thought process when you quit? And then what can you give somebody else who's thinking to doing the same thing, some advice?
My thought process was, I want to be led by the Spirit of God. Not that I always do, what he wants me to do quickly. But that nudging was there. And that Spirit kept nudging me. And I had this moment where, okay, Jennifer, you wanted to get in this to help people. And this job is okay and it's doing what it's supposed to do financially, but I need to be out here in the trenches where I can help and pray and talk and encourage. And you know, because sometimes, Tish, and I'm sure it happens for you too, I'm talking to somebody in the office, they may not need what I have, but I need what they have.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because God has given me a word through them.
Definitely.
And so, but that thing was, I just had the moment of, what am I doing here? God wants me to walk by faith. And now I need to just take this step of faith and believe and trust that God has me. And that's what it was for me. I tell people, when your income, that on the job that you're working, when your income in this industry of insurance begin to exceed or meet what you're doing now, then you will know. Everybody will have that time ticker on the inside.
Right.
And you'll know when it's time for you to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
She's right about that. I remember when I quit my job to pursue insurance full time.
It was scary.
It's very scary because we don't know. We have to fear the unknown. If I'm going to make it, because in the insurance, like I said, most of the insurance positions, you are commission. So you don't make money unless you make a sale.
Yes. But you know what? Commission will teach you to pray more.
And
I tell you that
it
much.
Will. It will. Also, too, it teaches you how to be self-sufficient.
Yes.
Teach you how to be, how can I say it? You're able to just budget better. You're able to manage yourself better, your time better. All that comes with that. So it's not a bad thing. You just have to get used to it.
Correct.
And for me, once I got used to being self-employed, I did not want to ever go back to work.
I'm not going back.
I'm not going back.
Oh, my experience. I had to go work for a carrier. Won't name any names here. And I was working at a booth. And for 4 hours that day, I was like, oh, my God, this is horrible. I have to hurry up. I think for real.
I know.
What did I sign up for? So, yes, once you have that freedom, you realize this is part of your journey and purpose that God sent us here for. Right. So, no, we can't go back.
Can't go back. Now, I'm not saying if you're working, got a job or career, I'm not saying that it's the wrong thing for you to do. I'm just saying for me and with just for her, when you taste that freedom, it's like that freedom is everything. Because we all want to be free in something and free in having my own time back, free of being able to schedule myself, just being my own boss.
Yes.
So it's worth every concern, every fear factor you have. It's worth it all.
Yes.
It is worth it all.
Yes.
So, but I hear you say that when God told you it was time for you to start your agency. So you from an independent agent to starting an agency. Yes. Now, what was that transition like?
That was it was scary. And I'm going to be forthcoming. It still is a little bit mind-boggling at times because you realize the accountability, but you also realize things feel like, okay, it's on me. I have to make this work because I'm not just responsible for myself now.
Yeah.
It's families out here that we are responsible for. So in transitioning, first of all, when God did this and the way he opened up our office, and when I tell you the steps, Letitia, the landlord, I come there, had a bishop that was from out of town, and for revival. And so I said, hey, let's go look at this office, the gentleman, he worked out our rent. He sit there, he turn around, and he says, he opened up the door, and he just held my, how somebody says here, he go here, and I held my hand, he dropped the keys. He didn't even charge us for a certain number of months.
Wow.
I mean, the number of office, I said, Lord, I have this, and it needs to be here. They were there. It was just the way it worked out, but it was still that fearfulness. But can I tell you something out there? We walk by faith. That I believe that doubt will still be there, but then you got to push yourself past that doubt and say, you know what, God, I believe you. I'm trusting in you, and I'm going to do it anyway. I may be a little bit afraid, but I'm not going to let the fear of it hold me back.
Exactly. So, listen, I remember the same thing with us when we moved into our office. I was like, oh my God, Lord, what are we doing? Because it's like you paying a second mortgage.
Yes.
Because it's not cheap.
No,
it's not cheap. And it's like, okay, paying second mortgage, then you got light bill, water bill, internet, phone bills, and then now you need workers.
Yes. And then when they come in, you're like, oh, I'm having to pay for their mortgage, their light bill, their car note.
Responsible for their families too. So it is nerve-wracking. But need to say you're still here. So how long have you had your agency now?
Oh, well, let me go back a little bit.
Okay,
I have to share this.
Okay.
Because the way that the name of my agency came about was a dream. In 2013. I had this dream, and this preacher in this dream, you know how we in church?
Yeah.
And the pastor says, say amen again. And we do it right. Pastor turn to the neighbor. And we turn to the neighbor. But in my dream, the pastor said the name of the company, which is Glamour Enterprises, 3 times.
Wow.
And I heard him, and I woke up. I'm like, Glamour Enterprise is the name of a business. But I told my partner at the time, he's like, okay, let's go with it. So that dream was March the 13th of 2013.
Oh, wow.
And then we walked into our brick and mortar business. That was in, I want to say 2015, some part of 2015. So it's been about, what, six years, something like that? Mm-hmm.
So got your own business, Glamour Enterprises, brick and mortar.
Yep.
You can walk in and get clients, and you got employees working with you, you got agents working with you. And like you said, had you not just believed in God and never would have moved forward, you would have never known you were where you are today.
None of us. We would still be stuck in that. And nothing is wrong with being where you're supposed to be. But for me and for Tish and for some of the rest of us, I shared this with an agent, the one we met in Florida.
Right.
And I said, and she's like, oh my God, I'm sitting around all these speakers, you and Summer, Sherry, and Landon was there, and I think Cody was out on that road. And when I said these words to her, I said, you are where God, you're right where you're supposed to be. You're actually where God sees you.
Right.
You may be, oh my God, like I'm up here and I'm sitting around these people and I'm not of that caliber. But I told her, I said, you are where you're supposed to be because this is where God sees you.
Exactly right.
And I had to take that word for myself. Because on this trip,
that's a word, Jen. Hold on. That's a word right there.
It is a word. Let's talk about it.
You said that you are where you're supposed to be because where God sees you.
That's where God sees you.
So sometimes we feel like we don't deserve certain things, or we should not be in a certain position, and we're surrounded by all this greatness, and you're wondering, why am I here?
Why am I here?
And you like, I'm not even mentally prepared, financially prepared to be in this position. Yes. But you are here because He placed you here.
This is where God sees you. You may not see yourself there right now. You may not, your bank account may not look like where you live may not look like things that are going on in your home, things that are breaking down around you. But because God placed you there, that's where He sees you.
I love it.
I do too.
Oh my gosh.
And that hit me so hard because I did not see myself here.
Let's talk about that, Jen.
Yeah. I did not see myself here, Tish. I did not.
But why not, though?
I know they'll say, why not? And then I got another one for
no,
you.
I'm asking why you,
not?
Why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you was like, because I know your thing is why not, and mine is so what? No. Okay, why not?
Yours is what now?
So what?
So why not? So what?
So what?
Okay, all right.
So what? So what that's happened in your life?
Right.
So what you went? No, okay, so not to go there. So
I'm sorry.
Because when we get together, right? Oh, we are two spiritual beings, and when you got spirits that love the Lord and they are of God and they get together, it's just like we preach it to one another.
Exactly.
The way that it is. But okay, Tish, I'm not going to go too deep because I know if I do, I will. I did not bring some Kleenex because I think, oh my God, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it with that Kleenex. But why not?
Why not? Yeah. Why do you feel like you did not deserve to be here, or don't feel like you don't deserve to be in a certain room?
First of all, I'm gonna be a little light here. You know, my mom and dad and brother and sister are not here on the earth,
right?
And so I said, well, I'm the only one left here, so I know God has a plan for me. But at the same time, I was very upset and angry at God because I'm like, God, you're the one that gave breath. You're the one that sent us here. You could have at least left me, my sister. And I always said if my sister was here, there's no telling what I would be doing because she was like she was rolled up into all these different, my sister, my best friend, my husband, my boyfriend, my tax preparer, my babysitter. She was all rolled up into this. So, it's sometimes I can go in my office, oh my God, I just wish my sister was here. That, and, okay, let me get myself together here.
Okay.
I just feel like it was just not deserving. I shouldn't be laughing. My sister's not here. I shouldn't be having fun. My sister's not here. I shouldn't do any of these things that I want to do because, my sister's not here. She left behind 2 children, 9 and 13. And so that is part of it. Just life itself, single mom, not married. There still was a little bit of a stigma there.
Right.
You grow up and when you're young, you have these dreams of things that you want to do. And things like that, and your child, you're innocent,
Right.
and but then life started throwing you these curveballs, and it threw me several curveballs that I did not really see coming, and I was trying to figure out, what game is this that I'm in? I don't know how to play ball, and so therefore, when these things started happening to me, I just I built myself in a box,
Right.
and I built this box around me that I shouldn't be doing anything that I think that is impressive for me to do, because you know what? Nobody's in my family here to see it. Mind you, I have family, my
Right.
cousins, my aunts. But yeah, that was part of it.
Wow.
I'm still dealing with that, I know. Dr. Moore is my therapist.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I mean, but people need to hear that, because like you said, you put yourself in a box.
I did.
And we start believing that we don't deserve certain things, or feel guilty. I say feeling guilty for enjoying pleasurable moments.
Yes.
Feeling guilty for living life.
Yes.
Feeling guilty that is not deserved. But my thing is, though, we should not say that we're not deserving of it. God has a purpose for us all.
He does.
And it's up to
All
us
of
to
us.
accept the purpose and accept the calling He has on our life. And not only that, I tell people this too. I know you didn't go deeper in this, but too, we start believing what people start saying about us.
True.
We start believing what people are saying about you. You start believing the hand that's dealt to you. You start believing this is how it's supposed to be in life. And then we just say, well, Lord, this is the way it is. And so you start accepting what the society say that Jennifer Lawrence is supposed to be like.
Exactly. And I went to college, did all that. I come out, I ended up at NPC again, which is Pizza Hut, but hey. But they pay good money.
They pay good money. Hey, I ain't mad at it, okay?
And, my tax preparer told me, Jennifer, you're making more money than teachers around here. But anyways, but then I knew it was time for me to transition from there. My sister was a big partner. When she was living, she worked there with me. And so that was really awesome to have her there. But like you said, single mom.
Yeah.
Brown skinned woman. Yes, there are things that I believe God has put in all of us, but because we built ourselves in a box, of, I didn't finish school, I didn't graduate college, I got 2 or 3, 4 kids, different, baby daddy mamas and dramas and all of that stuff. And then we built ourselves in this box, and even though we have this little nudge on the inside that says to us, I'm greater than this, but society makes it look like, and nothing's wrong with these shows, guys, that we watch, but, some of them,
it's fabricated.
Yes.
It's very fabricated.
And then we begin to believe, hey, you know what, maybe this is my lot in life.
Right.
I just don't believe that. We serve a big God. And I wrote something down, and I'm trying to remember how I said it. God is too big for us to be small-minded. That's how He gave it to me.
Say it again.
God is too big for us to be small-minded. And that's how He gave it to me.
Wow.
And I love sharing with people my story, because I want them to know, first of all, we didn't have any money. My mama and 3 children.
Okay.
My daddy gone, but, they reconciled and everything. But growing up in a household, my aunt, my mama, me, my brother and sister, and then my 3 first cousins, and, grandmama, that's how we grew up.
And you know what? And it's sad to say that that's how most households is today still.
It is that.
Broken homes and single parent homes, whether they are dead or in jail or just they separated, it goes on today.
Right.
And so because they go on, it's like we missed part of this, a second half, because that person is not there to give you that love or that support or what you're missing from that parent,
Right, exactly.
And so, but not only that though too, I wanted to just stress or to just show upon you that, and upon me too, that no matter what your background is, no matter what that looked like in the past, no matter what you're facing now, no matter if you're in a broken home, single parent home, if you're struggling, you got 5, 10 kids, I mean, whatever the situation may be, you still can come out of it though.
Yes, you can.
You can still come out of it. Don't let where you are now or your past dictate your future.
True.
Because had I let my my past or my upbringing. I love my parents. They did the best they could. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying how allowed that to dictate where I am today.
You wouldn't be here.
I would not be
wouldn't
here.
be here.
I would not be here.
When I left Pizza Hut, and I was making great income. All I heard was, Jennifer, you giving up that good job, girl? Why you quitting that good job? You don't need to quit that job. I mean, I heard that. What are you doing? And I was even like wondering, what am I doing out here? I depleted my savings. I'm really walking this faith thing.
Right.
Lord, I got to pay my rent. I got to take care of my daughter. I got to do all these things. What am I doing out here?
Exactly.
But I believe this is where you want me to be. But Letitia, thinking back, even on all of that, it was for our learning. It was for our stretching. It was for us to be able to grow, to be able to even be in a position to where now we're able to have employees and other things and partnerships and even growing from this level because we know God, he changes not, but he's a glory to glory God. And he wants us to walk glory to glory with him. And because we are, right? We're him, we're the image of him in the earth. So that means we're doing this right here too.
Exactly.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
And it's, God has people that are set apart for certain things. I always say that we're all spiritual beings. It's one spirit.
Oh yeah,
that's
it's
only one.
It's only one.
That one spirit sent us here on the earth in different containers. Just think about Pepsi and I'm sorry. Think about the water bottle. You got this Sunny. I'm sorry. I mean, I should call names. I don't know how your show goes. But you got, it's water. Yeah, and they're in different containers, but the substance of it is still water. It's still to satisfy you. And we're all spiritual beings sent here on the earth to accomplish something.
Exactly.
And it's almost like when I keep thinking about that, and I started getting the, okay, now I'm kind of getting the talents. One that had the 5, I think, one that had the this, and one that had
one.
Right, and that one was just holding on to it so tight. I better not give up my last $10. This is my last dollar. You know, I better hold on to that dollar. I'm sorry, y'all. I will laugh too. I like to have fun. And but God is saying, I require that dollar of you.
Right.
I require that last 20 of you because I want to give you something even greater.
Right.
But we hold on to it. So, yeah.
Girl, you said something right here.
Here we are. God, now, mind you, Tish didn't say this part. I don't know if she's ever told it. But we are in some part of Mississippi working. You know.
I'm sorry.
You know where we started.
I do know where we, oh, God.
And I didn't have a car. She didn't have a car.
We didn't have no money.
But, right?
But God.
Somebody loaned us a car. We drove. We did what we had to do.
Scrapped up some little gas money.
Some little gas money. Shared a room. Shared lunch. And we had to whatever.
We shared a post office room.
So did. I forgot. Yeah, you told me about that. I mean, we
slept in the post office. Like, real story. Yeah. Real story. Okay.
True.
Wow.
Yeah. Thinking about that. Like, Lord, what would we... I mean, but we did that. We did what we had to do because that inward spirit is saying, but I want you to do this. And so we did whatever it took for that at that time. Right. Because we believed in what we were doing.
Exactly. I'm gonna share these. I'm gonna share it. So what Jen's talking about is, at one point in the insurance years ago, we actually partnered up. Like, we was trying to grow our book.
Yes. And
we partnered up, and like I said, she didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. We borrowed cars. We scraped up $5 and $10 on gas. We didn't even have a phone. We literally had to borrow somebody else's house phone to plug into our walls. We didn't have a phone, and I think Darnell might have scratched some money up to get the phone line running. This is a real story. And so we happened to just go out there, hitting the ground running. We had a vision, just trusting it was going to work. It had to work.
It had to work. It
had to work.
It had to.
And so we went out there and we got blessed to where we had some events set up. But we didn't have nowhere to stay.
No, we didn't.
And so this gentleman...
And didn't have no money if we did.
We had money. No. So this gentleman, he loaned us the post office.
Yes.
Where our event was at.
Yes.
Had 2 beds in the back. And now we were scared.
We
Lord,
were scared.
Jesus.
Oh my God, we was praying. This big post office, it was scary. Like out of the scary movies.
Oh my God. But
Yeah.
we packed our bags and we stayed there
we did.
at the hotel. I mean, at the post office. Very, very humbling experience. I mean, very humbling
Yes.
experience. And not only that, though, now we're traveling around the world, and
Yes.
I got my sister with me, sitting beside me on a private jet. Like, that's what I mean
God.
when I say
Yeah.
God is so good, because we didn't know we would be in this position. But had we stopped
Yes.
and gave up, we would have never known this.
No.
And then we could not tell you our testimony to encourage you that no matter where you are in life, you too can push forward and succeed, and God will bless you, but keeping Him first.
Keep Him first.
Keep Him
Oh my God,
first.
yes. Keeping
And
Him
that's
first.
just one of several stories.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of them.
We got a bunch of stories, but it's just amazing to be able to share that testimony with you. And I get teary-eyed because
Me too.
we was just on the plane, and I just had an epiphany like, oh my God, we're on a private jet. I mean, I'm not bragging about the jet, but I'm saying, do you know how much a private jet even costs? And what we're doing is, we are in the industry that we love to do, which is insurance, and we're going from city to city, finding agents who wants to pursue their career, want to thrive, to be the best they can be.
Yes.
And we're part of that in the insurance industry. And not only that, after the event, we're talking to agents, we're encouraging agents, we're praying for agents.
Yes.
Like, it's just amazing what God can do. It's
But
amazing.
2 little girls from Mississippi.
Exactly.
2 little girls. Single mom. You was a single mom?
Single mom
Single
too.
mom too. Yeah.
Single mom as well. Single mom as well. It was a point where I did get married, but we couldn't afford a $1 cheeseburger. My husband and I, it's a funny story
It's funny now,
but it's not. But
yeah.
at one
It wasn't
point, we
funny
couldn't
then.
afford a $1 cheeseburger. Like, we literally got into a little, I'll say, argument, but it was a bad
Well,
disagreement.
honey, I used to split my cheeseburger. And fries. I'm like,
Right.
or somebody got a meal. No, but you sitting there, you know you're hungry.
Yeah.
You know you want to eat something, but you don't have no money.
You ain't have no money.
And so when they order their food, you mind if I get a little fry?
And the fry.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I recall Jennifer and I was on side of the road
Oh,
one
my God,
night.
yeah.
We had a big opportunity.
Yes, we
a big
did.
opportunity. And we missed it. And on side of the road, we were just
We
crying
cried.
our hearts out because we knew that was going to be the biggest,
Yes.
the big break we needed
Yes.
to come out on top. But we missed it. But you know what though? It wasn't for us.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't for us to have, because if it was, we would never have missed it.
And you know what I'm thinking about now,
Uh-huh.
too, Tisha? I'm thinking about when the story of Joseph in the Bible. And you know, Joseph had this dream.
Right.
And he told, his brothers, you trust your family. You
Exactly.
You trust the people you're around. But sometimes everybody can't handle your dream.
Woo! Say it
They
again.
can't. Everybody around you cannot handle your dream.
They can't.
They cannot handle where God sees you. You may not even see yourself there, but this is where God sees you. This is where He wants to put you. You know, we hear the scripture and we read it about your gift will make room for
And
you.
it will.
But who gave you the gift? Right?
Right.
So we take the gift and let the gift make room, and everybody's not going to understand. They won't. They won't get it, and I get it now. But at the time, I was wanting them to understand it.
Right.
I'm like, please understand it. I need
There
somebody
you
else.
go.
You know, I need to be able to talk.
But instead,
Yeah.
they were jealous of him.
Yeah, they were.
They sold him.
Yes, they
to
did.
slavery.
Exactly. Can you imagine your family doing that?
Hey, and in this business, family and friends will do that to you. It's sad to say.
It is sad to say, but that's not what we do.
That's not what we do.
No.
No, that's not what we do.
We're here to show, I am, and I know she is too, to show that you can still be sisterhood in this business.
Yes, you can.
You can grow from it. You can celebrate one another. And when someone is down, you're there. You're responsible to help uplifting them. That's what we're here to show you, our world.
Yes.
And I always say, Tisha, our world is wherever God placed us in that moment.
Right.
Okay. Some people think their world is the whole world. Now, you're not Jesus. I mean, even He...
You can't have a whole world.
No, even He couldn't save the whole world. That's the thing. Think about that. He wanted to.
But they did. Someone follow.
No, everybody didn't believe Him. So, everybody can't see your vision. Everybody can't see your dream. Everybody can't see your purpose. Everybody can't understand some of the... they may see it weird what you're doing or crazy, but you just have to be satisfied in yourself knowing, God, I know this is where you want me.
Right. And
you have
understand
to do that, yeah.
You have to do that.
And what I love about you, Tisha, you're walking in that. You know, I call you Lady Jackson because you know, she is a pastor's wife.
Oh.
Yes, you are. I know, but but this is where God saw you years ago. Even when you had your children,
Right.
Even when you was in school and then you were a single mom, you may not have seen it then.
Oh no,
you know
I
what
didn't
mean?
see it exactly.
None of us saw it, and then but you know what I think about Joseph though? I think about, like, what if Joseph knew that he was going to be accused? You know, what if he knew he was going to be put in jail? Wonder would he have told?
He would never
dream?
told the dream.
That's the question.
He would never told it. He would have never told it. No,
I don't think so either.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like what if we knew what we're destined for to do, but God showed you everything you're going to go through? Would you want it?
Yes.
Would you proceed with it?
Would you like, okay, yeah,
That's
I'm
good,
gonna
but
do
I
this.
don't want to go through
That's
that.
gonna happen
I don't
to
want to
me.
go through that.
You know, I may have to file bankruptcy. I may lose my car.
Yeah.
You know,
I
be
want that
homeless.
testimony.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that, God.
Exactly.
You may have to find somebody. You know, that's just the question that has resonated with me. And if Joseph knew what he was going to go through, would he have told the dream?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would have.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sold
Yeah.
to slavery. I don't want to be. I don't want
Yeah.
to go through that. I wouldn't have. But
Yeah.
hey, but it is. That's why God is good.
That's why He
is
is
good. So I would say you just have to embrace the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you're faced with or going through, you're going to bless somebody. It's going to bless you
Yes.
first.
Yes.
And then I learned everything we go through, we end up blessing other people because we
with
hear
it.
the same story
Yes.
or they going through
Yes.
something. You can be a blessing unto
Yes.
them. Then it blesses your soul because you're blessed in them,
Mhm.
so it fulfills you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. That's how God designed it.
It is. Y'all love Jennifer. I mean,
love you.
I'm just saying, listen, we're in the same insurance industry.
Yeah.
And we sell some of the same products.
Yes. Office, what? We're about 2 or 3 miles apart.
We're 2 or 3 miles apart
If
down
that,
the
yeah.
road. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's enough people for everybody.
Everybody. I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up.
It's
I
not-
have said that so many
It
times.
is.
It is enough. There are over 7 billion people in the planet. I forgot how many is in the United States, like, for real. And you want to jump over this and do these little things? No, don't do that.
No, you supposed
Don't do that.
you supposed to take your sister and brother hand and
Yes.
say, "Come on,
Yes.
hey Tisha, I'm struggling. Hey
Yes.
Jennifer, I'm struggling. Come on, it's what I did." And we'd be crazy because we're thinking the same thing,
Yes.
going through some of the same
Same
stuff. It's
things,
like, but
yeah.
we got closed mouth. We don't talk about
That's
it.
right.
We can talk about it and communicate and trust one
And
another
trust.
and be
That's-
loyal
yeah.
to one another. It will help you come out a whole lot on top.
Yes.
It's not fun being top on long. I'll say
No.
that. I don't want to be top
I don't
on
want to.
myself.
I don't want to either. I want to have my family there. I want to have some other people in this industry, and you may not even be in this industry of insurance, because you know someone was there. I want to say yesterday for
real
real
estate?
estate.
Yeah.
Somebody was there for real estate. So if you're in another business and you're able to come out, right? I don't know what the address is. I don't even know where we are.
We'll put it. We'll drop
You
it.
put it out there.
Put it
thank
out
you.
there. Yeah.
But come out and just learn from, really, I want to call this history in the making,
It is.
because that's what it is. Yeah.
It is. It's history in the making. And so I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Me too.
I'm just blessed to be a part of it. It was always good to give back. Think about
Yes.
this. The more you give, the more you're going to receive. So you cannot be God given.
No.
And no matter what it is, what you give him, sowing money, you sowing education, you sowing love, you cannot
You-
outbe God's
no.
giving when you're doing it from the heart.
Yes.
When you're doing it the right way is what I mean. So
We got to do it the right way.
Got to do it the right
that is
way.
the only way. That is God's way. And God is love himself.
He is
the
love.
name God is love. I mean, what God is doing for all of us is the root of it is all love for his people. God wants you to be successful. He wants you to achieve. He wants you to be able to help your families and help your communities and help your world. He wants you to do this. I always think of it this way. You know, there's Mike Tyson, right? He has people in his corner.
Right.
God is in our corner.
he is.
He's rooting for us when you get punched and and gutted and whatever else that they do. He's right there saying, "Get back up, I got you."
That's it.
Got
Just
you.
brush it back off.
Yeah.
Just got to brush it back off. Speaking of punching, I thought about your commercial.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Funny. Yeah, I do this little boxing commercial.
Jennifer, she's definitely outside the box when it comes down to Jennifer. But Jennifer is being Jennifer. Jennifer
it.
has learned to embrace herself and her
my God,
authenticity.
yes.
And I told her, I said, Jen, I love that you just being yourself.
That's it.
So always be yourself.
Please.
Don't change for anybody or any type of thing that you may want. Be yourself. Be authentic. People can feel the authenticity
Yes.
of you. And guess what? If they don't like that part of you, then they're not for you.
They're not. Oh, Oh, no, 'cause that's another place to go. Say that one more time.
If they don't like it, they're not for you, and that's okay. That is okay. Everybody's, listen, I had to learn that everybody is not for me. It used to hurt my feelings. I wanted everybody to like me, everybody to love me, everybody be on my team, and then I found out real quick, oh no.
No.
It is not so.
No. What did I do to them? Why are they going somewhere else? Oh my God.
You're trying to fix it. You can't, listen. No. Everybody didn't follow Jesus, so that's what I'm saying.
Sorry,
everybody didn't follow him, so I was like, so who I think I am?
That's right.
I mean, I'm a child of God,
but I want them to follow me. Yes, that's exactly what I said. I had to learn. This is my world.
Exactly.
Whatever my world's around me, and everybody. You know what? It's like you said. Everybody may not like you, but they didn't like him either. Who are we kidding?
That is true, Lord. That is very true. But when you learn, we can learn that. And understand your purpose and understand your identity and get your mind wrapped around what God has for you, and then you say we activate it.
Oh yes,
you have to activate it and put it into action, and then be intentional about everything you do.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, you gotta be intentional. Yeah. So,
and can I say this one
thing?
If you don't mind? When you take, and this is really true, when you take that one step, because we sit back sometimes like, God, I'm waiting on you to do something. God, come on.
Okay.
God is like, he's already done everything that he's going to do on the earth already. He's already done it. When Jesus came and when Jesus did what he did, that was it. Everything was done.
It's already done.
So now it's you.
We sitting here waiting for a miracle, and the miracle's already put before you.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, faith without works is dead. So what good you have the faith God gonna do it, but your work is right there, but you won't do the work. You want him to do it for you. Show me first, Lord, and I do the work. No, you work first, and you do all you can, then he will add those onto you. It said add. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and he will add all these things unto you. So what you're doing, you're seeking, you're working, you put forth the effort. Seek. He telling you to seek it first, not do it for me, Lord, and then I do you. No, he said no, seek me first.
Seek me first. Yes. And that's an action in that.
Action word. Exactly.
So you know what, and we're talking to everybody, but a lot of times, Tish, and you and I both know this too, and it's us believers. I have to talk about myself, but sometimes it's us. We're so, what do we hear people say? We're so spiritually minded, but no earthly good, because we want everything to be like,
you preaching that.
Yes, everything. God, you part of the Red Sea. I want you to do this over here. I want you to do this. You know, we're not. We say we trust God, but we really. Lord, do I need to say this? We're really using God. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, I'm feeling it now. We put God on the shelf, and then when things are going good, he's on that shelf. And then when things, now we want to bring him out like a bag of popcorn that we put in the microwave.
Pop.
Yeah, pop. God, do this. Come on, God.
Speed it up. And you know, you put God on the shelf. Oh, that's a whole other show.
It is.
Quit putting God on the shelf.
Quit doing it.
What if we put you on the shelf?
Yeah. But if you,
and sit there and collect dust for a while.
You miss out.
So you got to seek him daily. You know, you got to die daily with God. You know, so I'm not going to get into all this Bible class, but we could go there. We could go there. Well, Jim, before we end, is there anything you want to tell the listener who's listening about just who want to be an entrepreneur, or someone who wants to step out on faith and start a new career, or if they already someone in business for themselves? Any advice you want to leave them or tell them?
Okay. First of all, just like we've been talking about keeping God first, I always say listen to the voice that speaks to your inner man. My mother, and I have to share this real quick. I remember asking my mom years ago before she left, and she would always say, God said this and God said that. I'm like, Mama, how is God talking to you? She said, Jennifer, he's talking to me through my conscious mind, through my heart. So I sat outside like God talked to me, and I sat out there for maybe 15 minutes. Of course I heard nothing. Because I did not hear a single word. But this particular Friday, they was having church all that week, and something told me to wear red, and I thought, I was at my sister's house, which was right in Pontotoc, and I went, and I had the red dress, and let me look, sister, you got anything in there? Nothing. So I put the red dress on. I go to church, drove from Pontotoc to Tupelo. I get there and open the door. The usher's like, hold up, and let me in. 90% of the church was dressed in red.
Wow.
And I thought, oh my God. That's what Mama meant. He talks to your. We think it's got to be some other unknown voice. I mean, if you hear an unknown voice in your head, you're gonna run. You're gonna run from it. But it's your voice. But you got to decipher it. Okay, God, is this you? And you will know.
You'll hear it.
And when you hear that voice, if I could say anything to anybody based on what I've experienced, what I've done to myself, and like I told Tish and Some of the ones here I've shared with, I sabotage things for myself. That's going to be another topic. But anyways, when you hear that voice, move on it, act on it. Say, God, you know, I'm doing this. I think this is you. And even if it's not, and you miss him, I hear George Myers say, but he will find you because you moved. And so I would encourage you, whatever your passion is, whatever this thing that's on the inside of you that you cannot let go of, that may be that thing that God has for you to do. And I would encourage you to find that thing. And when you find that thing and you give it back to God, it's just like, you know, when with the fish and the loaves, right? And once they gave it to God and he blessed it, then it multiplied. When you find that thing will multiply. The next thing you know, and I feel the Spirit of the Lord right now, you will be the person that God already designed for you to be in the earth realm. Stop looking at what somebody else is doing. That is not your thing. Only do your thing that God calls for you to do, and you will excel. You will bring your family into a place of wealth. You will bring your family into a place of knowing God, because when they see the hand of God in your life, they can't do nothing but say, God, I know it was you. And then they will want to give their life to Christ, because at the end of the day and the beginning of the morning, that's why we're here. We're here to bring people to the knowledge of Christ.
I love it, Jen.
Yes. I'm sorry. I get passionate when I talk about the Lord.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
That's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
So
that's what we do.
That's what we do. So just understanding your purpose and your identity in Christ.
Yes.
All right, Jen. So it's been fun, you all. It's been real.
It's been very real.
So I'm so excited. It was something a long time that we been wanting to do. When you're able to, and it's a good time because we was here together to get it done. So Jennifer, if anybody want to reach out to you about the insurance questions, about anything, how can they reach you?
Well, one thing, you know, this is your show.
Of course.
So
it's healthy talk. So this is a healthcare lady. So I'm here to promote being happy, healthy, and insured.
Yes.
So that's what you do. I'm going to promote you as well.
I'm that same way.
It's not about that, okay? It's
after you and Darnell was on my radio show.
We was.
Way back. I don't know how long that was. But I'm that same exact way. So I love that you're being authentic and true to that.
Yeah.
But I am Jennifer Lawrence. And the original Jennifer Lawrence, that's the name that they gave me here. And the name of our agency is Glamour Enterprises, LLC, the insurance agency model. Yes, we got you. And if you want to reach out to me, if you feel a connection with me, or just want to talk about the Lord, my telephone number is 662. You want me to give up my cell or my office
It's whatever
number?
you want to
Okay,
give out.
I'll give you my office number because, you know, they'll give you my cell number. The 662-350-0036.
Thank you. And listen, I promise you, Jennifer will answer the phone.
Yeah, I will.
She will answer the phone.
Yes, I will.
I've witnessed it all week long. She answering that phone. She does. But you all, it has been real. I thank you all for tuning in. Remember, you are my healthy loves. We love you and have a great day. Bye.
Yes. Thank you, Tish, for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome, Jen.